issues in Dalama inside. That's what it's called. Okay, Mkonke is here, and let's find out more about what she has to say. All right, welcome on the Dalama inside.
Wants to start investing but don't know where to begin? Insight Partners Africa is here to help. Our expert-led investment training classes will give you the knowledge and confidence to grow your wealth right here in Zambia. Join our live beginner-friendly online classes. Participation fee only 750 kwacha per session. Investing in Zambian stocks every Friday morning from 09 hours to 12 hours. Learn how to buy and sell shares on the Lusaka Securities Exchange, LuSE. Analyze companies and make smart investment decisions.
What's the company called again? Where can
Inside Partners.
Inside Partners.
21 hours. Understand how to invest in government bonds and stable returns and build long-term wealth. Each 3-hour session is packed with practical strategies.
So I pretend you're coming back next week. Yeah.
Yeah. I know.
We'll be together on the same page and everything.
Yeah.
Or send your payment via Airtel Money to 0977 445 604.
That's right. Inside Partners, of course, are bringing us this very exciting, segment here. Okay, the Dalama Inside with, of course, our financial expert. I'm talking about Konki in the studio, ever looking fresh. How you doing this morning? Yeah?
Good morning, Chilufia. How are you?
I'm good. How's the Tuesday going?
Oh, it's fantastic.
We're pushing, eh?
It's fantastic. Let me just say good morning to those online. They've been so patient.
Oh, yeah.
Mwaka, good morning. Mr. Simon Mwila, good morning. They've been very patient, and since we've been struggling to get you on. So we have a new host. We are with Chilufia.
Manchilu, if you like.
Manchilu, yeah. I'm happy to be hosted by you.
I'm happy to have you on the show together with me. Oh yeah. I've been following your expertise closely, Konki, and we really appreciate. We're changing people's minds, which is good. So of course today we're focus on another interesting site on the inside. I'm talking about Insider Partners with Mukonke here as we dive into a very important topic: how to get into investment with no support.
That's true.
So that's possible?
Yes, it's very possible.
Wow.
That's what we're going to talk about today.
So drive us through that, Konki. How possible is this? Where is the first step?
The first step. That's fantastic. Manchilo, this topic is very important because a lot of us, when we are just starting out, particularly in our careers, we were never taught about investments. We are taught by our parents to get a good education, find a nice job, start working, and then perhaps you're going to retire well. And if parents see you doing anything other than that, they get worried. So no one has ever really taught us how to make investments. So how do you get that support? And when I'm talking about support, I'm talking about support, not really financially, even just moral support. Do people in your family encourage you to make investments, to buy shares, to buy bonds? Or are they wondering what's happening with her? Or do you just have so much money to waste? So that is what we're really talking about. How do you get into making investments without the support that you require? And there are a number of steps that we can look at. One of them is really educating yourself, which is why the Ndalama Insights radio program is a fantastic starting point for those that have no idea about investments. They have no one supporting them or encouraging them. Get as much knowledge as you can. Learn about shares, learn about bonds, learn about unit trusts, educate yourself. And Chilufia, the world now is very developed. You've got YouTube where you can find vast amounts of information and you can teach yourself. Just a few minutes ago, I was reading Mwaka's message and she's saying, Mkonke, I managed to open my first brokerage account last week. And I'm so happy I watched your videos tirelessly and I've greatly benefited. So we have the internet, we've got YouTube, we've got so many platforms to educate yourself. So that's the very first step. And the second step is to change your mindset about money. You see, a lot of people have got very wrong perceptions and notions when it comes to money. First of all, other people will tell you, you focus too much on money. But you need to understand that money is very important in our lives. If there's any factor that affects all of us in the world, that doesn't matter who you are and at what level you are in society, it is money.
It makes things move, right?
Yes.
It moves things, yeah.
So managing it is fundamentally important. And I've seen that the education that we have out there is quite misleading. Many people think that financial literacy is about having a savings account and that's where it ends. But it's actually much more than that. You need to be able to make decisions. Is the savings account earning you interest? Are you actually making money on that account? You might have a savings account that is actually losing you money, and you think that you're financially literate. Or you might have a treasury bill that is not beating the inflation rate. And you think because I've bought a treasury bill, I'm financially literate. So financial literate extends far beyond just buying, financial products and services. So that's the second thing. You need to change your mindset when it comes to investing, and also remove the fear. A lot of people are afraid of losing their money. So they're like, so what if I bought this bond, or what if I bought this share and I don't get my money back? What happens? That is why you need to educate yourself, because they are safer investments where you can actually even preserve your money, so that at the end of the investment period, you can get back your money, but meanwhile, you would have also made profits along that period. So you need to understand which investments are these. Of course, we've got scammers, Manchilo.
Exactly.
There are a lot of scammers out there. So you also need to be aware of investment schemes that are just scams and not actually investments at all. So that's the second thing. Change your mindset and reduce on your fear. There's nothing to be afraid of if you are investing the right investment vehicles, particularly those that are regulated by the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC. So that is how you need to go about this. And then finally, you need to find role models in your community, people around you that are already investing, and learn from them. They'll ask them how it's been, what's been the benefit. When you bought this GRZ bond, what coupon incomes have you been making? How has your life changed in terms of your financial management? So these are the 3 steps that you can follow.
Okay.
Yes.
These are interesting steps. All right. So I also want to know, do you think people feel like they are alone when it comes to investing? Like, I'm just alone, and how do they come out of that?
I think so. Because many people don't know the investing. How many people do you know that talk about government bonds or shares?
Very few. It's just now that people are opening up their minds.
Exactly. How many people know about LuSE?
Oh, yeah.
The Lusaka Securities Exchange? Very few people.
Very few.
So when somebody is talking about investing, even in your office, I would actually give you a challenge. Even in your office, just talk about shares or bonds. I'm pretty sure there'll be a few, but majority of the people will be like, what is that? You understand?
True.
So many people tend to feel alone. And they tend to be, but is this worth it? And because the results take long to see. So when you are investing, it takes a bit of time for you to start seeing the results, particularly if you're just starting out. Maybe 2-3 years, that's when you start feeling the change. So no one is going to understand if you're just starting out. What are you wasting your money on, Manchilu? Why don't you just open a shop, start selling, spares or drinks or alcohol that is more profitable? They're just wasting your money. Why would you give the government money for 2 years? You could make more money from doing this. You see, those are the discussions that I hear people talk about.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So you do tend to feel alone when you are taking such investment decisions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you have to think twice, eh?
Yes.
Have fruitful chats with people in the offices or anyone nearby you. Okay. So it's very possible to invest, like Konkia said.
Yeah.
So let's talk about investing. People think investing is just for the rich people. Okay? Like only people who are rich with a lot of money are the ones that should invest.
Yeah.
But someone can start small, right?
You can absolutely start small. And in fact, for me, I think it's the best way to start, because majority of us in Zambia, let's be honest, our incomes are not that much.
Oh, yeah.
So you should not wait until the time you have 500,000 kwacha. So you're just waiting. No, I'm waiting for when I have 500,000 kwacha or 100,000 kwacha. That's when I'll buy this share or bond. You can start with government bonds, by the way. You can start with as little as 1,000 kwacha. With the shares, you can start with as little as 200 kwacha or even 500 kwacha. It's up to you. The best way of building wealth, in fact, you need to shift your mindset from just saving money to building wealth. And the best way of building wealth is adding on little by little. So you can start with 1,000 kwacha and have a target to say, every month when I get paid, I'll be spending at least 500 kwacha of my salary buying these shares in this company. And if you do that consistently over a long period of time, it will start compounding. That's where the key is. So the money starts working for you. So the money that you've been investing starts making more money. It's like it starts giving birth to money itself.
Oh yeah.
And that's how it starts growing. So you really don't need to be wealthy for you to make money. That's a huge misconception. And those that are listening, I know when I talk to people or engage with people, the notion that is out there is you need a lot of money. So I'm waiting until it's 500,000 or when I retire. A lot of retirees call me and tell me that. Just yesterday I was talking to someone who's telling me I'm a teacher, but I'll be retiring, and when I get the 500, that's when I'll start. I'm like, but you can start with what you have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
You don't have to wait until you get the retirement package. Start with what you have.
Okay.
By the time you're retiring, you'll have learned the loops, and you become a master in investing, and you're even able to identify investments that are more profitable for you. Yes.
Right. So people, I'm sure, are asking questions. Say, well, but which one is the best? Okay, government bond, but those are questions that people go through. Right?
I know, right?
Yeah. But before you answer that, let's talk about some of the challenges you have actually, faced. Or challenges that you think people face when it comes to starting the investment with no support.
Challenges people face. What I think we've already spoken about majority of them. A lack of confidence.
Oh yeah.
The other one is our investment platforms are not really known. So we talk about buying shares, but many people don't know, where do I go to buy shares? You see, many people are very familiar with financial institutions, banks, but when you're telling them to go buy a share, they're like, where do I go? How do I get started?
True.
That information is not out there. So if you are interested in buying shares, the first thing you need to have is a brokerage account. And again, people are like, what is that?
Oh, yeah.
How much money do I need to put in this brokerage account? So it's just a broker is a middleman that allows you to buy and sell shares. You cannot go and buy shares of a company, for example, Chilanga Cement. You can't go to Chilanga Cement and tell them that I want to buy your shares. It doesn't work like that. You need to find a broker who is the intermediary between you and the person who's selling the shares. So they are the ones that facilitate the transactions. You won't even know who's selling you the shares. The brokers are doing that for you. So that is the knowledge that is not out there. For bonds, people know I need to buy bonds, but where do I go to buy bonds? So information like you need to open a CSD account, which is an account that enables you to buy the bonds from the Bank of Zambia. That is the kind of information that is not available to majority people. Yes.
So that information has to be gotten. But
yes.
Where do they get that information?
That is why this program is there.
Yeah.
So there are quite a number of platforms. Nowadays, I know there are a lot of other financial experts talking about these things as well. But for a number of years, since 2016, we've spoken about this, Chilufya. And if you are a real person interested in building your wealth, genuine wealth, not scammed, scamming schemes, it's the Ndalama Insights radio program where you find this kind of information. And my YouTube channel, if you go to Mukonki Mukonkela, really, there are over now, I think, 150 videos. I talk about a lot of things. And I also just don't cover the basics. I also go into complicated topics, like when we're looking at the debt restructuring, Zambia's debt restructuring, and why China turned it off. I go into such discussions. So there's a lot you can get just by being inquisitive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and having the hunger to learn.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, Mkonge, today being one of these special programs this morning, messages have come in. A lot of them, people are also asking questions that you've already answered, I'm sure. Yes, like how much can one start? You've already answered that one. I'm sure they'll get more information on the sites that you tell them to follow.
Yes.
But, what is that on your mind that you want to tell people today?
So today, I'm actually happy that this has been a soft topic, particularly that it's the first time that we're doing this topic with together, yeah? Because normally we cover quite complex topics, so it's actually been very fantastic. So I would like to end by encouraging everyone listening that there's really never been the best time for you to become an investor. And you need to learn about buying shares. Last week we were talking about the fact that KCM needs to float shares on our Lusaka Securities Exchange and not in New York, because that's something that they're pursuing. And the one reason why they would want to pursue New York is because they think that Zambians can't buy shares. And yet we've got people with money that can actually buy shares in Konkola Copper Mines. So it is you and I, Chilufya, that need to change that narrative that Zambians don't have the money. $1 billion, I'm pretty sure we can find Zambians that can come together and we can buy shares. I know it's an initial public offering. You might not know that, but as we discuss this, you're going to know this really well. But eventually, Zambians need to have a stake of our resources by buying shares. So you need to start educating yourselves and learn how to buy these shares so that companies can have confidence in our capital markets. So I would love to end by really encouraging people to educate themselves. And another way you can educate yourself is by attending our courses. Inside Partners, I spent a lot of time developing courses for you Zambians on investing in shares, investing in bonds, investing in unit trusts. If you're completely blank, we've got beginner courses for you. You've got no reason, even you, if you don't have bonds or shares, you've got no reason not to. Because
that's why I have you. So
because there are classes.
I'll have them.
There are classes that you can attend, and I'm telling you, you don't want to be one of those that are nearing retirement 60 years and then you're saying, no, now I want to start investing. The best time to invest is now. Today, particularly if you're in your 20s. That's why now I'm actually passionate about young people. If you're in your 20s, you're listening to this program, buy a share, buy a bond. You'll never regret this decision. Your future self will really thank you for that.
Nice. This is good, and we appreciate everything that you do, Gonki, changing people's mindsets so they can secure their future.
Yes.
Which is good. All right. But how do they follow? Give me those in case they want to follow away from the radio show.
Yeah, so one way, we've got a very fantastic WhatsApp group. I blush about this. It's actually full. Wow. But there are some people that exit and you can join. So the WhatsApp group is called Smart Investors. You can find a link on any video on YouTube. In fact, even in this video, I'll leave a link. You can join our Smart Investors WhatsApp group. And also, if you go to YouTube, mukonki.mukonkela, you'll find a lot of fantastic videos. As long as you are patient in watching them, you are going to get a lot of information. But if you want to talk to me, if I have time, you can call me on 0977 44 5604. 0977 44 5604. If you've got a burning question that cannot be answered from any of these platforms, we can always have a discussion.
All right, so it's 0977 44 5604.
Yes, and join me this Friday for Learn About Shares. It's in the morning from 9 to 12. And on Saturday, it's from 18 to 21. We are going to learn about GRZ bonds.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was good having you on the show, and continue doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're helping too many people.
I know, right?
Yeah, so continue.
It's ZNBC and Mukonki.
Oh, yeah.
This partnership has been on since 2016.
It's Do and Do friend here. All the best to you. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
All right, that was Mukonki there, out there, Inside Partners there. The Lama Inside, she's always, good and always, wanting people to actually change their mindsets when it comes to investing in these, smart investment, opportunities that are there out. So take advantage of our line, 0977 44 56 04, and, get